So I've been doing Inktober and having loads of fun, me and my wife, watching Doctor Who and drawing just like I did when I was a child. It's really how I spent my childhood, and it's been great. This is what I should have done 5 years ago when I tried to get back into drawing. I started a blog, Tell Me to Draw Something, and the idea was that I would take requests and draw them, and on a pay what you can basis I would mail the drawing to whoever requested it. And just like I was hoping it was just something that I could do, and it would build gradually and I could just get back into it. But then I launched it the day I posted a conversation with my 12-year-old self, and by the end of the day I had thousands of requests. Too many requests to even, I tried reading them all, and there were people that were just telling me, pouring their hearts out to me. They wanted me to draw their dead relatives, and I couldn't even handle reading them. I tried to sit down and read them, and I couldn't. And then I tried to start from scratch and just sell drawings. But the thing is, if you're trying to get back into something, you shouldn't just go right into selling. It's just a bad idea, and it didn't work. But that's where going viral can really fuck you, because for some people it really bums them out to hear that going viral is anything but awesome, which it was awesome. But it's also, it's like it's like a storm. You can't manage a storm. It's unmanageable. It's unpredictable. It's like a flood, really. Like, water's great, but too much of it, it's very damaging. And it kind of it also warps the way supply and demand works. Well, especially demand, because very briefly I was in demand. A lot of people wanted my work, but it was based off the video. It wasn't based on any merit of my drawings, whatever they may have. So the demand was there briefly, and then it was gone. So that's not something you can build on. And that's a very common YouTube story. People become famous before they're ready for it. The best thing you can do is try to become good at something, so that you can create your own demand based on your merit. But some people only crave fame. Fame is not a currency that is reliable. It's interesting. There's a great, now that I'm subscribed to HBO again, I've been watching the Larry Sanders Show, which is a great show. Some of it holds up extraordinarily well. And there's an episode where Larry is sick, and so his sidekick Hank Kingsley has to fill in for him. And Larry is like, "Oh no, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna go to Hank's head." And that's exactly what happens. The first night goes very well because Hank is very vulnerable. The audience loves him. And then the next night, it all goes to his head, and he gets too cocky. And when he starts, he makes a joke at someone else's expense, and the audience turns on him. And that is YouTube in a nutshell. Because you get some attention, plus approval, and people like you because you're a person, you're a real person, you're vulnerable, you're relatable. And if you let that go to your head, your attitude shifts. And it's why wouldn't it shift? Everything has changed. Your situation has changed. The way you relate to the world and people changes instantly. But you can see that, but other people can't. They just see you. And some people can handle that, some can't. Actually, I've signed up for a workshop a YouTube workshop. It's later this month. Now that I have access to the YouTube space, I've taken one workshop because I'm trying to get comfortable even just using the space. It's very intimidating because it's amazing. They have all kinds of pretty much everything. Anything you'd want to use. Cameras that are so expensive, you basically have to hire people to use them unless you know how to use them. But no, the workshop is Content 2.0, and it's about branding. And on one hand, you know, it's an effort on my part to sort of grow up and use YouTube properly, but on my own terms. On the other hand, it's me trying to gather material, because there's a sketch I've wanted to do for some time where I meet my evil doppelganger, who is a marketer, marketing Jeremiah. So stay tuned for that. I've also been figuring out how to use my Patreon because, of course, I joined Patreon the week it started, and I was there too soon because I was part of that first wave trying to persuade people to get on it, and now everyone's on it. So it's just a matter of getting people to sponsor me in particular. Because like one of you, Mooksum, came over here from Patreon. I don't know if anyone else has. He's the only one who's commented. But if any of you are interested, any of you enjoying these daily videos are interested in sponsoring me, even if it's just $1 a month, because you can adjust, you can pay according, you know, like a certain amount each month or a certain amount for every work that I charge for. I wouldn't charge for individual video blogs, that'd be insane. But I might do one like for one a month, like one charge for 30 video blogs. Maybe two a month. I don't know. It depends. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on that. I need to start using Patreon again, as I said, because if I want to use the YouTube studio space, I'm gonna need to get crews together. That studio space is incredible. I could shoot a movie there, as long as it was, you know, posted to YouTube. But you can make movies, you can make a lot of short films. The possibilities are endless. But I would need to get more people involved, and for that I would need money. So my Patreon is linked. So sponsor me if you are interested. And I'll see you soon.